I got pregnant with an IUD, and here is why the story is important right now. Last year, February of 2023, I took a pregnancy test and it was positive, and I had my IUD placed 9 months prior to the pregnancy test. I, at the time, had a 10-month-old daughter, and I was prepping to go to Vegas on a girls' trip and realized that I had not got my period yet. When I got my IUD the first time around, my period stopped, never thought anything of it. I got my IUD removed, I got pregnant, everything was great. When I got my IUD placed after my daughter was born, my period never stopped, and I got it every month. And as I was getting ready for this girls' trip, I realized that my period was quite late. So I took a pregnancy test, assuming it was gonna be negative, and I was just being paranoid. I had seen too many TikTok videos of people getting pregnant on IUDs. When I took the test, it was positive instantly. The most positive pregnancy test I've ever seen in my entire life. And I called my OB's office, went in for betas and a scan. On the scan, they couldn't find a pregnancy, but they did take betas 24 hours apart, and the pregnancy was advancing as they would expect. And at that point, my doctor said the only option is to go in surgically and find the pregnancy and remove it. And I live in Massachusetts. I was getting the surgery done at Mass General. And I did not have to worry about an abortion ban. Had I been living in another state, this would have been a completely different story. Like I said, I left my 10-month-old daughter with my husband and went into the hospital to have this outpatient surgery. They ended up finding the pregnancy during the surgery and removing a fallopian tube, stitching me up and sending me home. It was a really sad experience. It was very hard to go through that, and I had to sign paperwork saying that I was authorizing a medical abortion. And I am so grateful that I'm here today to tell a story. I'm here as a mother still, and I am grateful that I get to be here for my daughter. And I think that it's important to share these stories because I was someone who was actively preventing pregnancy. We did not want another child, and I'm also someone who grew up in a conservative upbringing, a conservative religion that did not believe in abortions. And when it comes down to it, the life of the mother for me is more important than the pregnancy. And I think to be placed in a situation where you don't have the choice to save your own life and be there for your family is extremely terrifying. And I tell this story to use my voice in some little way in this tiny little corner of TikTok that I'm sure maybe 10 people will watch this all the way through. But I think it's important to reiterate that your voice matters. And on November 5th, next Tuesday, you need to go out and vote for the women in your life. You need to vote for your sisters or for your cousins, for your aunts, for your best friends, for your mothers, for your daughters, your future daughters, their best friends, all of the women need you to go out and vote. I understand that abortion is a single issue for many people, and I'm here to tell you that it is not black and white. I am someone who was in a shade of gray, and had I been in another state, this could be a completely different story, and I may not be the one telling it. It may be my husband telling about being a single father after losing his wife to the situation. So please go out and vote. Vote for Kamala. She is the right choice. She is the only choice. And yeah, thanks for listening.